Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Lee, formerly known as Mr. W, I'm back for another one. Hey, the fatigue has fatigued in, and I told myself, hey, self, you got to get up and you got to do a lesson. You got to be consistent. One thing about life, consistency, it's phrases and sayings, but what I'm learning myself, consistency helps you get through a whole lot of things, all right? So I'm gonna get right into it. We talked about test taking strategies last time, which was Friday, and we talked about writing an essay. I've been talking about that 2.5, 3 weeks now. First, having an outline, and then turning that outline into a paragraph. So the original outline, the one that I like to use when using pre-writing strategies to write an outline, is it has 5 Roman numerals. Each Roman numeral stands for something. If this is your first time, I'm gonna put them on the board. Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Before writing the essay, if you have an outline with these Roman numerals, in your pre-writing strategy, your first paragraph that you want to build is introduction. How do you build that? This is where you have your hook and your thesis, okay? However you're going to grab your reader's attention in your pre-writing outline, you need to have it under Roman number 1. Roman number 2 is your body paragraph number 1. Body 1. This should be your first subtopic, okay? So whatever you got in your thesis statement, the first subtopic you have under your main topic, you want to have that under your body 1, okay? And when you're doing an outline, you have an A and a B for each one. Here's the body 2, which is your second subtopic. Body 3, which is your third. What are these little quotation marks? Pretend it's just taking the place of what I got right there. So body 2, body 1, this would be body 2, body 3, and then right here, your conclusion. All right. If you need me to write it out, I'll write it out. So body 2, body 3. Second subtopic. Third subtopic. Okay, there we go. So your introduction on your pre-writing outline includes your hook and thesis. Your Roman number 2, body 1, includes your first subtopic. Roman number 3, body 2, your second subtopic. Roman number 4, body 3, your third subtopic. Roman number 3, body 2, second subtopic. Roman number 4, body 3, third subtopic. And the reason you don't see the numbers match up is because before you start the meat of your paper, this is the meat of your paper. When you're doing the outline, before you get here, you got to introduce what you're going to write about. And whatever you mention in your thesis, the first thing you mention in your thesis, that's a paragraph. You elaborate on it in your actual paper. Second thing you mention in your thesis is your second subtopic. You elaborate on that. Third thing you mention in your thesis, you elaborate. Now, why 3? Because it is standard, it's customary. Now, if you have to write several pages of paper, or let's say 50 pages, then this would just be expanded. You have a whole lot of, you can still have 3 main topics and a whole lot of subtopics, but this 5-paragraph standard essay, the expository essay, and when you're writing an expository essay, basically you're just elaborating, you're giving details about a topic, okay? Sometimes it's to persuade, to inform. When you persuade somebody, you try to get them to change their mind about something. To inform, you tell somebody some information, whatever it may be. If you're trying to prove something, whatever it may be, making an outline before you write and filling in your outline helps out. All right. Now, last week I talked about, you saw me take an introduction on the outline and turn it into a paragraph. You saw me do it with the 3 body paragraphs. Now your conclusive paragraph, your conclusion. When writing a conclusion on your paper, whatever your thesis statement is, you restate it. So my thesis statement last week is the Boston Celtics. Hold on, let me get back to my green. All right. The Boston Celtics will return back to the championship. Okay, now things have been a little scary for my Celtics because we've lost twice to the Knicks since Friday. I think Boston played the Knicks. Well, I'm sorry, since last week. Boston played the Knicks like last Wednesday, Thursday, and lost. And we played the Knicks last night and lost. So Boston, they're leading the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. Hopefully that game is over and Boston won. I got to go check the score when I'm done. But in your conclusion, when you're doing an outline, Rome numeral 5, before you transition it into an actual paragraph, you restate your thesis. All right, the Boston Celtics will return back to the championship. That was my original statement, okay? Now, that was my original claim. But my thesis statement include that they have Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They have the best record in the league, and then they've been playing well. So in my conclusion, I will have to find another way to say that they have the best record in the league. The C's are a force to be reckoned with in the East. However, they'll need to beat some other good teams to return to the championship. All right, so I rewrote my original statement. That's not the full part because I'm running out of space, of course, but let's see what we got. This is my conclusion. The Boston Celtics will return back to the championship. When you are in the conclusion of your paper, you're reminding your readers what they've been reading about all along since the first introductory paragraph, in your restatement. The Boston Celtics will return back to the championship. The C's, which are the Celtics, are a force to be reckoned with in the East. However, they need to beat some other good teams to return to the championship. Okay, that seems a little repetitive. So I don't like it. Let me get rid of it. Let me try something else. The Boston Celtics will return back to the championship. Let me get rid of this exclamation point. If and only if they can beat the Bucks and the Knicks in the playoffs. Now, why the Bucks and the Knicks? Because these are the only two teams who show that, in my opinion, can compete with Boston. Okay? Boston will need their best players on the court Now, my original statement talked about Boston Celtics having Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, talking about Boston having the best record, and then it talks about Boston playing well. So let's see if I say anything about who Boston has on their team and about playing well. The Boston Celtics will return back to the championship if and only if they can beat the Bucks and the Knicks in the playoffs. Boston would need their best players on the court. So I found another way without saying Tatum and Jaylen Brown, because they also have Marcus Smart. They got some other players too. All right, on the court at all times. All right. So running out of space, but I just want to just show you all that in your conclusion, you leave your readers with something to think about. You remind them your point about your paper. Leave your readers with something to think about and remind them your point about your paper, okay? All right, now we're going to go into a quick test-taking strategy real fast. Let's take 2 minutes, all right? Take a 2-minute break. Test-taking strategies. All right, we talked about 50-50 last week, locating the distractor. Here are some of the test-taking strategies I talked about last week. 50-50. When you have a multiple choice test, eliminate 2 of the 4 answers if there's 4 choices. Locating the distractor. That's that answer that looks like it's the right answer, feels like it's the right answer emotionally, but there's no proof to back it up. And then finding your right answer and proving your actual answer with supportive details. Annotating, which is interacting with your text, making comments, notes, underlining, highlighting words, circling words, using your features online to highlight words, circle words, underline them. All right, context clues, okay? Now, some test-taking strategies include applying what we call in my district, Magnificent 7 reading strategies. Okay, I'm just going to give you one Magnificent 7 reading strategy. Okay, one strategy. All right, here we go. 1 out of that 7. 1 out of that 7. I'll give you an easy one. This probably is better when just trying to enjoy reading better. Connect with your text. With your text. Make what you read relatable. Now, how can you make what you read relatable? You find a way to connect to it. So let's say you're reading the text about the color purple. Let's say you can't stand the color purple, but you may know somebody who knows the color purple. See, some of you all made a connection right there. You heard me say the color purple. You might have thought about the movie, but I'm actually talking about the color purple that's on my shirt. You get it? And that's how you connect with the text. Some of y'all might see this purple rag in my hand that I'm using to erase the board. You might have made a connection. Some of y'all may have other emotional connections to the color purple. Somebody might be thinking royalty. Somebody might even be thinking Barney. But when you make the text relatable, you make a connection with it. And once you find a way to connect with a text, it will give you more, it can give you more enthusiasm to continue reading on. But y'all, that's all I want to give y'all tonight. I'm coming close to the 20-minute mark. I'm at 15. I'm going to stop right there. I think I'm going to get off an essay writing tomorrow. Anybody really having issues with writing an essay, this can work best with somebody who wants to build an essay. You need to do an essay. Let me know in the comments or send me an email, motivationalmusicteamllc@gmail.com. That's motivationalmusicteamllc@gmail.com. I will check my email and get back to you. We can build, we can build the essay online. When I'm going live, I can check the comments for questions. Let me check the comments now. No comments. And yeah, things of that nature. I think what I want to move on to next is talking about these magnificent 7 reading strategies to help people engage more in reading, and possibly talk about figurative language, right? If you got a subject area in language arts you'd like for me to cover, put it in the comments. If you have a subject other than language arts, maybe math, science, history, put it in the comments, and let's see what we can make work, with whatever you share with me. I'll make a lesson for it. We do this together, all right? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything. My name is Fred Lee, formerly known as Mr. W. All right? Keep it there.